A few moments later.
Hey everyone, I'm back again for another video. Today we'll be using this problem solving using the superposition and KVL law. So as you can see, there are three independent sources. We have the current passing inside, which is 1 amps, the battery of 12 volts, and also battery of 24 volts. So in this case, we will be using the superposition. So we will be closing two independent sources and leaving only one source. So for the case 1, we have here, we will be using the 1 amp of current passing inside as a independent source. So to get the current passing through the resistor 2, resistor 3, resistor 1, and also RL. First, we need to get the total resistance, which since it's a parallel circuit and also one series circuit, first we need to get the parallel circuit. So in this case, we have the R total of 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3 plus 1 over RL. Negative 1. So exponent of negative 1. So to plug in the value, we have 1/5 plus 1/10 plus 1/4 to the power of negative 1, which equals to 20 over 9 or 2.22 ohms. Since we have to get the total value of the resistor in parallel, we will now add this value of R1. Since it is a circuit, we will be adding all. So 2 plus 2.22, we have 4.22 ohms. Now, to get the voltage in resistor 1, we will be plugging the value of I1, which is 1 amps times your R total, which is 2.22. So 1 times 2.22, we have 2.22 volts. Next, the current passing through I2, or in this resistance 2. So to get this, we have the total voltage over the resistance 2. We have 2.22 over 5, which is 0.44 amps. Next, current I3, which is to get this, again, we have the total value 2.22 time over your R3, which is 10 ohms. So the value will be 0.22 amps. And your IL, which is 2.22 all over 4 ohms, which is equals to 0.555 amps. Now to our case 2. So in this circuit, we'll be short circuiting this part, which is the current passing through 1 amps, and opening voltage 1 is 12 volts, and also closing voltage 2. To get the R3 and RL, we'll be using the formula in the parallel circuit. So we have back in the value 1 over 10 plus 1/4 raised to negative 1, which is 20 over 7 or 2.86 ohms. Now to get the total resistance, we will be using the formula 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3L raised to negative 1. Plug in the value, which is 1/5 plus 7 over 20, to be equivalent to 20 over 11 or 1.82 ohms. Now to get the current passing through voltage 1, we'll be using this formula, V1 over the total resistance. That will be equals to 12 over 20 over 11, which is 66 over 20 or 3.33 amps. Now to get the current 2, we'll be using the current division. That will be 30.3 times 2.86 all over 5 plus 2.86. It will be equal to 1.98 amps. Now to get the I3L, will be minus this part will be 3.33 minus 1.98. That will be given 1.32 amps. Now, for the I3, we'll be using also the current division, which is 1.32 times 4 over 10 plus 4, to be equivalent to 0.38 amps. And lastly, the current in L, since we'll be using again the current division, we have 1.32 times 10 all over 10 plus 4, which is 0.94 amps. Now for case 3. Since in this circuit, we will be short-circuiting this part, it's the amps going inside and also closing the voltage 1 and opening the voltage 2, which is 24 volts. So get the RTL, we'll be using 1 over 10 plus 1/4 raised to negative 1. That will be 20 over 7 or 2.86 ohms. To get the total resistance, we'll be adding R2 plus RTL. It is 5 plus 20 over 7 or 55 over 7 ohms. Now to get the current passing through voltage 2, we'll be using this formula, V2 over the R total. This equals 24 over 55 over 7 or 168 equals to 55, it is 3.05 amps. Since it is a series circuit, we can conclude that I2 and the current passing through V2 will be equal to 3.05 amps. Same goes with the I3L and I2, which is equals to 3.05 amps. So that is all. Thank you.